Mum of one dragged to court over 10 sq-meter back garden decking after neighbor complains it's 40 centimeters too high. A mum ended up in court after she had decking installed in her back garden, because her neighbor said it was 40 centimeters too high. Winfried Duffy, 59, paid £2,500 to give her garden a makeover and have the 10 square decking area fitted at her home in West Auden, Greater Manx. The finished, raised wooden area was around 70 cms off the ground when erected in the garden of her £200,000 semi-detached home. But the ex-council worker was later staggered to find a neighbor had complained about the decking and she was taken to court for breaching local planning rules. She was told that the maximum height allowed without planning permission was 30 cms, just under a foot, above ground level. Retrospective planning permission and subsequent appeals were both refused on the grounds of the impact on neighboring residents. She was fined and ordered to reinstate the decking to its maximum permitted height. Despite complying with the ruling, the retired former Bolton Council employee says she has been left disappointed and bewildered by the prosecution. Winfried pleaded guilty to the offense at Bolton Magistrates Court last week and was handed a conditional discharge. She was also ordered to pay £125 towards the council and #X27's investigation, a £200 contribution towards costs and a £20 victim's surcharge. The decking was first installed in June 2016 without objection after consulting with neighbors, claims Winfried. A court heard she had consulted with her immediate next-door neighbors who were happy the decking would enhance the area at the back of her home. But it came as a shock when a neighbor living next door but one complained about the decking and she was later prosecuted by Bolton Council. She told a court she had not deliberately broken the rules, as she believed the platform was at ground level, and had delayed lowering while seeking further advice. Ms. Duffy has since had the platform lowered from 70 centimeters to the 30 permitted together with the step up, at a cost of more than £300. Speaking after the hearing, Ms. Duffy said, "Unfortunately I had it done too high. I didn't and #X27 realize I had to have planning permission for decking. I realize I didn't and #X27 comply, but my factors were I didn't and #X27 know what was considered ground level. I thought my house was at ground level. I didn't and #X27 realize planning would be needed. The aim was to make the garden more accessible as I have friends with mobility problems. I didn't and #X27 willfully break the law. I spent £900 on planning consultants to give me advice and I put in another planning application, but unfortunately that didn't and #X27 come to fruition." Ms. Duffy said she was disappointed and bewildered by the prosecution and felt she had valid reasons for not complying with the enforcement notice sooner. She said, "I was surprised. I think it and #X27 nonsense, but I have to say I was found guilty of not complying with an enforcement notice. I and #X27 am surprised it went to these lengths as it and #X27 decking we and #X27 re-talking about. The reason I didn't and #X27 think I should have put an application in is that, to me, it and #X27 at ground level. I admit I didn't and #X27 comply with the enforcement notice, but I was making further investigations and taking further advice to back up my views and if I could keep the decking." A spokesman for Bolton Council said, "This case started in response to a complaint. We are under an obligation to investigate the complaint no matter how big or small. It was unfortunate that it got to this stage but we did contact the resident in an attempt to resolve the issue. Email us at tipswepay for videos too. Click here to upload yours."